we learn what to do with our body and with our other hand. So what do we do with a knife? How about I show you? So first, let's start with the body. Remember we talked about the angle? So we're gonna put ourselves in the angle, and then we're gonna put our hand like a hook, like we talked about. And I want you to know there's different ways you could use a knife. It's not only one way. So I'm gonna show you 6 ways. First one is the tip. We're gonna use the tip of the knife to go straight down. All right, so in that case, we use the knife, for example, when we are scoring an onion. Wonderful. The next thing you could do with your knife is use the part of the heel, again against your knuckles, and you could either go straight down, you could go down and forward, you could go down and backwards. That really depends on where you're cutting and how you feel the most comfortable. At the end of the day, we just want to be fast and accurate. All right, and that will be with the heel of the knife. How about I show you what to do with a bridge? So again, we're gonna be in this position. Your hand is gonna hold, this is really good for anything that is round, so you can hold it on both sides and your knife will go straight in the middle and go right down. So sometimes, for example, towards the end of the onion, you cannot hold it anymore, so it becomes a little dangerous. In that case, you create the bridge and you go right in the middle. All right, what I want you to remember is when you move your cutting board, you could also roll with the heel. This is very important for you to remember that you keep your wrist gentle and your shoulder gentle. Create that movement. Now remember, the other way I told you to put your body is straight forward. So how can we use this position? Bend your knees again, remember to be flexible. And now you could put your palm on top like we said before and just cut in the middle, just cut in the middle. The palm will basically stabilize anything that we have here. This is great whenever we're trying to cut something completely straight. There we go. The next one will be if I want to chop. So when we chop herbs, we want to place our hands here. In this case, you want to hold the handle too much. You want to just secure it. So you're going to put your fingers the way that we discussed. And then your other hand is going to be right on top of this. What I want you to be very careful is not to put your hand too much on the edge, because this could be extremely dangerous. You could slip and cut your finger. So you got to make sure that it's somewhere in the middle of the cutting of the knife. Right here, 3 fingers, not the 2 fingers, because the other 2 could get caught under the knife. 3 fingers, and then release your knife. Let the knife do the job. Move your body back and forth. Move your body back and forth. Okay, and this is how you could chop. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Wonderful. The last thing I want to go over is kind of the straight down. Whenever we use this kind of movement is if we have a big block of cheese, a large watermelon or anything like that. But in this case, you're gonna have to put a little bit of pressure because the ingredient is very hard, maybe a banana squash. So you wanna get a towel and make sure you put it on the edge of the knife. So in case you slip, you don't cut yourself. The towel will protect you. It has happened to me and it has happened to a lot of people that I know. So the first time it happened, I learned. Put the towel on top and then pressure down. Wonderful. This is 6 basic movements. More movements will come up as we're doing the knife skills, but I just wanted to go over those so you could go and practice a little bit. Let's go to our last lesson where we will learn how to move around our cutting board.